Hey, how's it going, you guys? Welcome back to some more of Kanna's route. We just barely scratched the surface of it. Last episode, I did cover a lot of the common routes, and then the beginning of her route, there's actually a lot going on too, and it actually was pretty long. I ended up making a longer video and still barely got into this route. So I did hear that it's a little bit of a longer route, like 1 to 2 hours maybe, past how much it usually is. So it should be good. I'm hoping that if they're making this a super long route, that there's a lot of content and that there's a lot of good content. Because I mean, some of the other routes were long, but it didn't necessarily mean that made them better. I feel like Nozomi's route especially was longer, but I don't know. I just felt like they threw a lot of stuff in there that they didn't need to. But anyways, let's go ahead and continue on here. Seeming pretty chipper in the mornings. I wonder why. Probably because I've been getting up early for work these days. Guess I finally fixed my sleeping habits.
ああ、そっか。パティシエの仕事の手伝いだもんな。そりゃ早起きにもなるか。
Yeah, you can thank your sister for that. Yeah, it's a tough workout for my arms too. My muscles hurt like hell at first. At this rate, only my right arm's gonna wind up super buff.
そういや、姉貴も似たようなこと言ってたな。
Wonder why just his right arm in particular.
それよりも、昨日はどうだったんだ？
What do you mean?
買い物デートしてきたんだろ？
Wasn't a date, but yes, we went shopping. Got her a phone, signed a contract, all that jazz.
それだけか。
Well, after we all went to eat yakiniku. Yakiniku. I don't know if I can pronounce that right.
っていうか、みんなどういうこと？
Little jealous there? After we bought the phone, we ran into our coworkers from the cafe, and so we figured we'd all have dinner together.
なんだそりゃ。いやでも、ハーレムみたいで、それはそれで羨ましい。
Maybe that's the true value of this route, is that you don't just get Kanna, you get all the girls. It's a fitting end. Honestly, it's a lot easier eating with a bunch of guys than with a bunch of girls. You can be loud, obnoxious, and eat as much as you want. I still had fun, though.
楽しかったんなら十分だろう。いいなあ。俺も1年の頃からもっとちゃんと単位を取っておけばよかった。
I don't know, Hiruto. I think you need to put yourself out there more. You got too much going on, guy.
あ、そうだ。お前今日時間あるか？確か1限だけだったよな。
What the heck? Are you inviting me out to do something? That's weird. Depends on what you need. After class, I was gonna go back to work at the
ちょ
cafe.
っとでいいから付き合ってくんねえか。助けてほしいことがある。
You're not gonna ask me to set up a drinking party, are you?
お前には期待してないから安心しろ。
Dang, you make it sound like I'm a bad friend. I will have you know in the last round, I did get you a girlfriend. So, I mean, you need to show me a little respect here. Kind of stings when you say it like that.
実は今相談を受けててな。お前にも協力をしてもらえないかと思ってさ。
Someone's in a slump, huh? What do you want me to do?
正直微妙なところだ。でも3人集まれば文殊の知恵とも言うだろ。
Generally, yes.
とにかく頭数が欲しいんだ。頼むよ。
Okay. Yeah, I'll at least hear out the situation. That's all I can promise, though.
サンキュー。じゃまた後でな。
Wonder what this is about. Interesting. I should let Akazuki-san know I might be a bit late. Taking out my phone to send her a quick message before heading off to class.
おはよう。
Hey, how's it going? Once a week, Shiki-san and I have this class together. I know, isn't it sad we're not dating anymore? We're back to Shiki-san now. Even a virgin like me has gotten used to it by now. I walk over and casually sit down next to her.
昨日はごちそうさま。本当にお金いいの？
It's fine, we just got our paychecks anyways. Dad also remembered to deposit my allowance on time this month. Wow. Go Dad, okay. And it wasn't that expensive, to be honest, considering I was paying for 6 people at least.
わかった。機会があったらちゃんと返すから。
Alrighty, sounds good. I take my textbook and notebook out of my bag while we chat idly. However, the very next second... What the heck was that? Is our spider sense tingling? Feel an abrupt chill down my spine. Something is wrong. I have a bad feeling, an inexplicable sense of unease. I quickly scoured the room but see nothing unusual. Oh, I figured. Butterflies. We're actually getting to the butterfly part of this game. Wait, no. There are butterflies. Butterflies fluttering around the lecture hall.
どうかしたの？
Look over there.
あの蝶って 秋月さんたちが捕まえてる蝶よね。
Most
誰
likely.
かに引き寄せられたの？
I don't know, it doesn't seem to be anyone in our classroom at the very least. There's gotta be tons of people on campus, so it's definitely possible. I wonder if this is the person that Hiruto is trying to get us to help. It'd be one thing if the butterflies had simply wandered in here by accident, but that chill that ran down my spine earlier worries me. I have a hard time believing it was completely unrelated.
講義を抜けて探しに行った方がいい？
Nah, it's not like we have any idea who it could be anyways. This is the only class I have today, though, so I'll try to take a look around campus before I head to work later.
何かあったら連絡をしてくれていいから。
Dang, we just keep getting busier and busier. There's no guarantee it's a student. It could be a teacher's assistant or a professor or any one of the university's countless employees. And while it is early in the morning, there have to be hundreds of people at school already. Hell, it doesn't even have to be someone from university. It could be just someone who lives nearby. There's no point in rushing to conclusions. Class ends without any other butterflies making an appearance. Afterwards, I walk around campus to see if I can spot anything out of the ordinary. But there was no one who stuck out to me at all. Not to say that everybody's on cloud 9, but at the very least there didn't appear to be any student who would be attracting butterflies. Was I just imagining things or what? Assuming that the chill I felt had actually meant something, I was expecting it to happen again if I went near the person who caused it. I gazed up at the sky. I was half hoping to see the butterflies flying overhead somewhere, but no such luck. Maybe they really did just wander in by accident.
すまん、待たせたか。
No, I was doing something else in the meantime. Where's this person we're supposed to be helping, though?
食堂で待ち合わせしてる。もうついてるらしいんだが、お前の要件ってのは
Don't worry about it. Come on, let's
助
go.
かるよ。マジでサンキューな。
Alright, though I'm still curious about the butterflies, I doubt I'll be able to track them down if I have any clues to follow. For now, I suppose the only thing I can do is wait and see. The moment I enter the cafeteria, another shiver runs down my spine. It's the same chill I felt in the lecture hall, and the same butterflies from before are here too.
おう、悪い。
あ、どうも。
Ah, so we found the person who's attracting all these butterflies, huh? Hiruto waves towards someone near the center of the flock. The guy who nods back in greeting appears to be the same age as us, or perhaps slightly younger. Not to sound rude, but with his black-rimmed glasses and slightly overgrown hair, he gives off a rather gloomy aura. I know full well I'm in no position to be criticizing others myself, though. I don't think he's in our major. Is he a friend of yours?
野中君とは選択科目が結構かぶってるんだ。ノート貸してもらったり、テスト勉強で世話になったりしてるんだ。一緒に遊んだこととかはないけどな。
That's more like you're just leeching off of
そうい
him.
う言い方するなよ。
I mean, it's kind of true.
否定できない部分はあるんだが、
Why does he need your help?
ノートを貸してもらおうとしたら元気がなくてさ。その様子がちょっと前の姉貴を思い出したから。
Hiruto can be surprisingly perceptive about these things, even though he isn't able to see the butterflies around us.
どうにも見てられなくてさ。ちょっと強引に悩みを聞いたんだ。世話になってるから、それくらいの礼はと思ったんだが、俺一人だと荷が勝ちすぎて。
So that's why you called in the expert, huh? I mean, I'm not the expert. I don't know. Who is an expert here?
けど、
Probably
野
Kanna.
中君の方には相談するような相手もいないって言うから。
So you decide to drag me into this as well. I agree that it would probably be a bad idea to leave this guy to his own devices. Eventually he might wind up like Sune-san, losing his will to live until finally... Well, it's only natural that he'd want to stop things before they got to that point.
その人は？
ああ、俺の友達だ。俺も経験豊富とまでは言えないからな。頭数は多い方がいいだろ。心配しなくていいって。
ああ、そうですか。すみません。僕はもういいんですけど、塩山くんがしつこかったから。
Well, I don't know how much help I can be, but I'm all ears. What kind of troubles are you having exactly?
それなんだけどな。悪い。改めて言ってくれるか。
好きな子がいるんです。
Ah, I see. I see. I had the same problem, my guy.
もういいんですって。どうせ僕なんかが女の子と付き合えるわけもないんだから。
See, that's your problem, though. You're referring to yourself as a loser. That kind of mentality, that kind of thought process will get you nowhere in life. If you're constantly saying, hey, I'm a loser, I can't do anything, then you're never going to do anything in life. You have to change your mind. Say, hey, you know, I could improve. I could do better. But don't put yourself down constantly. That's the quickest way to never be happy in life.
だってお前、前と雰囲気が違うぞ。講義で顔を合わせてるだけの俺ですら気づくくらいに。そんなに思い詰めるくらいなら、いっそ告白してみるとかいろいろあるだろ。
告白して傷つく意味ってある？
Yes, because that helps you build up as a person. I haven't really been rejected a whole lot. There was one time that I asked a girl out, and she pretty much made an excuse to get out of it. That was the only time. So I mean, I'm not like an expert on rejection or anything, but I've definitely like had relationships where someone broke up with me, per se. I mean, I get that, but yeah, there's a point to it. It helps you become a better person for sure.
いや、
You just have to take it like that, you know? You have to look at it as a learning experience. It's not like, okay, I got broken up with once or twice or 3 times, you know, and now I'll never find somebody. That's not how that works. You can still find somebody.
ずーっとこんな調子なんだよ。俺もいい加減放っておこうかとも思ったんだけど、自分で首を突っ込んだ手前、気になっちゃってさ。
Nonaka's mood is clearly being affected by the butterflies. That would explain why he didn't care about Hiruto pushing him around for notes and stuff too. Still, this sure is a lot of butterflies. Suddenly my body feels like it's rapidly freezing over. This is nowhere close to the chill I felt earlier. It's as if I've lost all sensation in my nerves. My vision goes black, but in the darkness I see small flickers of light. Heck, did we just pass out? Gosh, this is like a much different route than some of the other ones. Soaring through the gloom of the same butterflies from before.
無理だ無理だ無理だ。イケメンでもない。ただのオタクだ。熊谷さんが相手にしてくれるわけない。
My guy, I've literally seen dudes who I never would imagine like getting with these type of girls, and they do. You can find everyone can find somebody. I really believe that.
傷つきたくない。諦めなきゃいけない。
Now, that's not to say you're gonna get with every girl that you like. I mean, there's plenty of girls I've liked, and I didn't end up with them, you know? I'm not saying you have to, like, settle, but you just have to find the right person who likes you back, too. The bitter, heavy tone is like ice. Is this Nonaka-kun? Because of the butterfly's influence, he's planning to give up on his crush. With every flap of their wings and every word he utters, I feel my body temperature dropping by degrees. Could Nonaka-kun's voice have been the cause of this chill I've been feeling?
おい。なんだ。どうかしたのか。
Oh, don't worry about it. I just kind of blacked out there. I was maybe going into hypothermia too, because my body temperature was rapidly dropping. You know, just normal stuff. It wasn't a daydream. My fingertips still feel cold. My heart is pounding in my ears. The cause of this coldness has to be that voice, or perhaps I should say those emotions. At any rate, with Nonaka-kun the way he is right now, it doesn't seem like there's much we can do.
だから困ってるんだ。実際に当たって砕けたら傷つくのは野中くんだろ。無責任に騒ぎ立てるのはまずいって分かってるんだが。
Let me ask you something first, Nonaka-kun. Is this girl you like a friend of yours, or is she some stranger you fell in love
同
with
じ
at
学
first
科の
sight?
子だから全く無関係ってわけじゃないけど。
Okay, so you're around her enough to, like, kind of get a feel for her, I guess.
でも多分向こうは僕なんかのことは覚えてないと思う。
Well, considering you don't have a sprite or anything,
目
yeah.
立つタイプじゃないから。
Generally, people who don't have a sprite, it's pretty hard to remember them. What kind of girl is she?
熊谷里奈っていう。この子だ。長い黒髪の。
You better show me this picture. Hiruto opens up one of his live messages and shows me his phone. Posted in the chat is a photo of a group of friends. The girl in question is fairly cute, not model levels or anything, but she seems sweet and has a nice smile. But I can't see what she looks like. I can't tell you if she's good looking or not. I have a feeling she's a lot more popular than some of her other stuck-up peers.
体調が悪い時に優しくしてもらったんだってさ。いい子みたいだぞ。
Oh boy, she was nice to you one time, and now you're in love with her.
調べれば調べるほどいい噂しか聞かなかった。 いつも笑顔で自然な気配りもできて周りからも慕われてる。
Oh boy, this is gonna be a hard one, guys. You'd think a girl like her would be pretty popular with other guys.
人気者だよ。俺だってこうして調べてるとうっかり惚れそうになった。
Oh man, don't say that. Nonaka-kun's standing right there.
いや、僕は別に。
惚れそうになっただけだから、実際には惚れてないから。正直俺はもうちょっとギャルっぽい方が。いやいや、それは関係ないな。とにかくいい子で、しかも幸い今は彼氏はいない。俺も可能性はあるって言ってるんだけどな。
わざわざ僕を選ぶわけないよ。
You know what I'm hearing? This guy needs to hit the gym, okay? This guy needs to go to the gym and he needs to get ripped. He needs to build his self-confidence. He's going to be around his male peers and they're going to say, "Hey, King, looking good today." And they're going to help him work out and he's going to become the man he knows he can be. And then she'll be interested in him. Not because he's ripped, but because he has confidence. He believes in himself. And he's going to show her interest in her. And she'll show interest back. That's how it's going to go. Okay, probably not. But I like to imagine that. Like, I'm not, like, ripped or anything. I don't even work out. So that's just how I'd imagine it would go. He has to become his inner Chad, is what I'm trying to say. That you don't do that by saying dude. You do that by just focusing on yourself. And I'm not saying, like, become into yourself. Like, don't be like, oh, yeah, I look so good all the time. I hate those kind of people. But you know, you need to have, like, some self-confidence. You need to think, like, hey, I look decent enough, and I feel like I can talk to people and just have a good time. Like, just be a nice person. Don't say you're a nice person. I hate that, too. Like, don't say, oh, I'm such a nice guy. Why can't I get women? That's why, because you keep saying that. Nobody wants to hear that. They want you to just be nice without having to say or prove that you're nice all the time. There you go. There's my chat advice for the day. I'm married, so I can say this. In order to free Nonaka-kun from the butterfly's influence, we need something to jolt his system. But even if we can manage that, would there be enough to get him together with this girl? At any rate, we have to deal with those butterflies first. Alright.
わからん。理解できん。惹かれるメスがいればアプローチすればいい。他のオスとつがいなわけではないのだろ。
Mikado, you wouldn't understand, okay? Just because you're a Chad doesn't mean you understand other people's feelings. Because he's not a Chad. He's not like you. He's not handsome and distinguished and, you know, he doesn't act like a butler or anything, you know? You know, the thought of being rejected is still scary. Honestly, I understand how he feels painfully well. The reason I'm still a virgin is because I never had the courage to actually ask a girl out either.
そんなことを言っていては、他のオスに先を越されるだけではないか。
Also true.
やはり理解できん。
Well, you're a cat, it's different for you.
猫と人の違いというよりも、成功経験がないから自信が持てないってやつじゃない？
Yeah, that could be it too. Like, he's just never done anything like that. He's never had that experience.
そういうものか。ともかく放っておくと心がどんどん落ちていく可能性もある。
I know, we need to get him some women.
そうですね。なんとかしないと。
If I invited him to the cafe, would you be able to do something for him?
それでもいいが、親しい間柄ではないのだろう？
No.
こちらから向かった方が怪しまれずに済むのではないか。
So you're saying I should take Akizuki-san to college with me?
私がですか？あ、いえ、もちろん行くのはいいんですが、部外者ですよ。
No. See, the problem with this is that he would fall in love with Kanna instead, when we're supposed to be falling in love with Kanna, and that's not okay. He can't steal our woman. Like, I want him to have some confidence. I want him to feel like he can go out into the world, but that doesn't mean he can, like, steal our girl. So.
大学ってそこら辺は緩いから、関係者以外立ち入り禁止ってなってるけど、要件があったら入っていいし。学食なんて近所の人が利用してるのも普通だしね。へえ、そういうものなんですか。わかりました。それじゃあ明日行ってきます。
Oh no, he's gonna fall in love with our girl. I don't like it. Don't like it.
カフ フェステラと死神の蝶。
The next day, I wake up early to help in the kitchen as usual. My classes are scheduled for 3rd and 4th period today, so I'll be leaving work in the afternoon. Alright, I better get going soon. I'll be back later tonight.
別に平日は無理して戻ってこなくてもいいのに。ああ、朝は手伝ってほしいけどね。
Don't worry, I actually enjoy working quite a bit. Yeah, I would say Kousei's a little bit of a workaholic sometimes, until he gets in a relationship and then he completely forgets about anything else besides sex.
君はさぞ立派な社畜になることだろう。
Got a bright future as a corporate slave, I'll tell you that much. Even she knows that he's a workaholic. Darn right, I'm second to none when it comes to taking orders from other people. So I gotta graduate first, so I'm off to
はい
class.
よ。
I wish we could actually see him graduate. That would be nice. Akazuki-san, I'm gonna head to school now.
はい、16時半頃に行けばいいんですね。
Text me if anything comes up. See you later. Oh boy. I change, then make my way to university. Afterwards, attend my classes, which eventually end without incident. Now it's time for me to meet up with
そ
Akazuki-san.
れじゃあ俺は次も講義だから行くわ。
Wait, Hirota, your friend yesterday, Nonaka-kun, was it? Is he at school
そ
today?
のはずだけど。
I was just curious. See you later. Yeah, I was just curious. See you later. Bye. And then we just dip. Doesn't sound weird at all.
なあ、あの子可愛くね。どこの学部だろう。見かけたことあるか。
いや、ないな。
だよな。いたら噂くらいにはなってるよな。ここの撃墜王みたいにさ。
Still talking about the good old solitary sniper, huh?
別の大学か。インカレとかかな。
Ah, I see who they're talking about
マ
now.
ジで可愛い。俺、ちょっと誘ってくる。
No, back off. It's only natural the guys would be hitting on her given her looks. Since most of the customers at cafe are women, I had almost forgotten how pretty she is. My guy, wow, okay. I kind of feel awkward calling out to her while she's the center of attention. Maybe I should send her a text and tell her to meet up somewhere else. But before I could do so,
高峰さん。
she notices me first. She then waves her hand and comes running in my direction. I already know what people around us are thinking. That's her boyfriend. She's way too good looking to be dating a guy like him.
高峰さん、どうかしたんですか？
That's also bad to say, guys. Don't think that like just because your girlfriend's more attractive than you, then like you don't deserve to be with her. If she's in love with you, or just likes, or at least likes you, I don't know what stage you guys are at, but just be happy about it, okay? Like we gotta get over this concept of some people are out of our league or some people are better than us. It's like, okay, if they like you and you like them back, like great, just celebrate that. Don't look into it further. Let's take this somewhere else though. We're attracting too much attention out here.
どうしてこんなに見られているんでしょうか。
I have no idea.
はあ、なぜ突然そんなお世辞を？
You're literally a Grim Reaper waifu. Like, of course people are gonna stare at you. Not flattery, it's just the truth. Anyways, let's do what we came here to do. I wonder if...
本当に私が歩いていても不審には思われないんですね。
wonder if Ubisoft has a vampire novel. I could see them doing one. They got Grim Reapers, so I'm assuming... And I think they have one that has almost like ninjas or something. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a vampire one, or if they're going to make one. College for you. Even if you snuck into a class, I doubt anyone would check if you were an actual student.
そういうものですか。へえ、へえ。
You seem to be enjoying
そう
yourself.
見えますか？すみません。こういう雰囲気は味わったことがないので、なんだか新鮮で。
I felt the same way when I first started college. Everything looked so new and
い
sparkly.
つからキラキラは失われちゃったんですか？
Well, around the time I realized how hard it was to make friends, I guess. But enough about me. We're here for the
そうで
butterflies.
したね。
Okay, this should be the classroom. Quietly opening the door at the back of the hallway, we peer inside. Given that it's an elective course, there are a conspicuous number of empty seats. But what stands out even more are the number of glowing butterflies.
なるほど。結構まずそうですね。よっぽど強く自分ではダメだと思い込もうとしてたんでしょうね。
Yeah, that's very self-destructive behavior. We gotta put an end to that. I understand where he's
共
coming
感
from,
し
though.
ないでくださいよ。高峰さんが共感しちゃったら大変なことになるんですから。
Wow, thanks, Kanna.
それではちょっと行ってきますね。
She had absolutely no faith in me. She's like, hey, I don't want you to become a loser like this guy, too. It's pretty much what I heard. Oh, okay. Wielding her Reaper's scythe in one hand, draping her cloak over her shoulders, Akazuki-san strides in the lecture hall. However, none of the students seem surprised by her appearance. Apparently, another one of her supernatural powers includes concealing her presence from normal humans. It's a good power to have. Nobody attempts to stop her as she approaches Nonaka-kun, swinging her scythe at the butterflies surrounding him. The blink of an eye, they vanish from the hall. Undoubtedly, they've now been transported to the lantern hanging from Mikoto's
こ
waist.
れで終了ですね。
Thanks. Akazuki-san?
いえ、なんでもないです。
What do you mean it's nothing? I hate when characters say it's nothing. Obviously it was something or you wouldn't have, like, paused like that. Noticed you staring pretty hard at the lecture earlier. Are you really that interested in it?
あ、まあ、そうですね。興味はありますね。なんだか楽しそうです。
Ooh, is she gonna go to school with us? That'd be kind of awesome. I don't know how that would work, but a lecture fun, now that I can't understand.
自分の知らないことを知るのって楽しいと思うんですけど。
It can be. I guess, I'm assuming you don't have a test on it afterwards. If you're that curious though, why don't we try slipping into a class somewhere?
そんなことをしてい
Probably not supposed to, strictly speaking, but it's like, it's not like we're doing it every day. As long as we're there to observe it, that should be allowed, I think. I mean, either way, no one's gonna find out.
そういうことでしたら、ちょっとだけいいですか。
Despite what I said, though, we'd probably get caught if we tried sneaking into a smaller class or one of the compulsory courses. Our best bet would be to find an elective course with empty seats like the one earlier.
生きす玉とは生き量のことですね。
Disembodied spirit.
六条の見やすどころの生き量が取り付い
Genji.
て葵の上がなくなったとは源氏物語に書いてありますけれども。
However, he needed healing. After a while, we find a suitable lecture to sneak into, but the class turned out to be a dissertation on the differences between modern and medieval interpretations of the tale of Genji. Never been really good with classical literature, so I don't find the subject all that interesting, but Akazuki-san, on the other hand, who is a big Overwatch player, found it very fascinating.
へえ。
She appears to be eating up every word as she listens to the rest of the podium speak. Her eyes gleam with interest, just as they had when she was playing with her phone.
なるほどなるほど。挿絵が冠と烏帽子で違っているのは、一人は着替えていることを表しているんですね。
I don't know Japanese, you're losing me. Not one of us is enjoying them ourselves, at least.
でもあの挿絵、どうして琴の演奏を壁越しに聞いているんでしょうか。
Although she'd be listening with such rapt attention up until now, a question slightly leaks out of Akazuki-san's mouth. Her words echo throughout the quiet classroom, reaching the professor's
それは
ears.
以前にも説明したはずですよ。少し変に見えるかもしれませんが、維持銅図法と言いまして、一つの絵に異なる時間帯を描いたものです。当時としては普通のことだったんです。
なるほど。維持銅図法。
万代納言絵言葉の子供の喧嘩などは有名な。君みたいな子。
Aw,
いたっ
frick.
け
This is a problem.
あ、いや、
We're sorry, it looks like we got the wrong class, please excuse us.
失礼します。
ああ、ちょっとき
Ignore the professor shouts, Akazuki-san and I hurriedly leave the classroom.
どうするんですか。
Let's get out of here. Grabbing her hand, I set off at a run. Taking care not to trip over, she keeps hot in my heels.
捕まったらどうなるんです。拷問ですか。
No?
もしかして言葉では言い表せないようなエロいことされちゃうんですか。エロ同人みたいに、エロ同人みたいに。
No, it's not one of those type of games. There's definitely some stuff that could fit in a hentai, but not in that sense you're thinking. It does tend to happen a lot in porn, doesn't it? Probably didn't need to run away so fast, but this is the first time I've ever done something like this. It felt kind of thrilling. Okay.
バレないとか軽く言ってたのに、やすやすとバレちゃいましたよ。
Only because you caught the professor's attention.
だってつい声が漏れちゃったんですよ。
Yeah, I know. Shame on you for, being interested in what the professor's actually teaching. It's hilarious though. You should have seen the look on your face when the professor singled you out. It's not just excitement I'm feeling. I'm also having so much fun that I naturally burst into laughter.
笑い事じゃないですよ
I know, but it kind of is.
もう
Oh, this is a cute moment between them. Not funny then. How come you're laughing
これ
too?
はなんだか勝手に
Me neither. Hand in hand and laughing together, we affect our escape.
ここまで逃げれば
More than far enough, I think.
高峰さんは本当に大丈夫なんですか通ってる大学なのに
It'll be fine. The professor probably just thinks we are a couple of weirdos. Besides, if it was really an issue, the university would probably make some sort of announcement. If that happens, I'll just come forward and apologize.
すみません私がわがままを言ったせいでご面倒をおかけしてしまって
I think that'd be really cool, though, if she enrolled in some classes. Like, I don't know, they'd have to find some kind of connection. But, you know, cats are pretty, resourceful. I know it was short-lived, but what did you think of your first college lecture?
楽しかったです
Glad you enjoyed it. That made all the effort worth
あ
it.
りがとうございますそれでもう平気です
No, I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, I've been holding your hand this whole time. Why don't you just say so? Wasn't gripping you too hard, was I?
いえそんなことはそれに嫌だったわけでもないんですが、
You don't mind, huh? Okay, good to know.
息も整いましたからお店に戻りましょうか
Right, Mikino might start getting worried if we don't report back to him. With this, Nonaka-kun's spirit should lift a little bit. I should give Hiruto a call. And tell him I had a feeling that Nonaka-kun was thinking much more positively now. However, when I called him, he said...
ダメだった
When I hear him say those words, I'm unable to hide my surprise. Wait, what? What do you mean?
なんでって言われても自分じゃダメだってそればっかり昨日一緒に会った時と同じだよ
Sounds like it's pretty instilled in him, then. Nothing's changed, nothing at all.
そう言われるとむしろ昨日よりもさらに意固地になってたかも
Well, frick, that's not what I want to hear.
ダメだってまるで自分に言い聞かせるみたいに
And I'm good at we captured all the butterflies. Even if more butterflies were to gather around him, he should have been better equipped to deal with them than before. What's going on
と
here?
にかくそういう感じだった
Alright. Thanks. Sorry for wasting your time.
巻き込んだのは俺の方だからなまた何か思いついたらいつでも連絡してくれ
Actually, do you think you could get Nonaka-kun to meet with us tomorrow? There's something I want to ask him.
大学近くに部屋を借りてるとか言ってたから多分野中くんの予定し連絡してみて約束取れそうなら
Yeah, it seems like there's a deeper issue here. We gotta figure this out. Let's start, but honestly, I don't know what to do next.
我が輩も勘違いをしていたようだ。
What do you
恋
mean?
というのは普通かなり強い部類の感情となる。そんな強い感情に影響を及ぼせるほど超は強い存在ではない。つまり元から当の本人が諦めようとしていたのだ。
Okay, so he was already feeling pretty hopeless before the butterflies.
超は諦めようとする意志に同調するように引きつけられたんだろう。
That's what's going on. I said it myself, there are a lot of people out there who are scared of being rejected. It was Nonaka-kun's own fixations that were the problem in the first place.
どうしますかやり方を考え直さないといけませんよね
その男が自信を持てるようになればいい。話自体は至極単純なのだがな。
Yeah, I agree, but like it's a lot easier to say that than it is to do it.
持とうと思って持てるなら苦労はない。
Yeah, pretty much.
一つ思ったんですが野中さんって見た目からも自信のなさを感じさせる雰囲気があると思うんです
Oh, yeah, he kind of doesn't. Hard to imagine that he cares much about fashion given his outfit. He also wears an outdated pair of thick-rimmed glasses, which indicates that he's been using them for a very long time.
見た目を変えることから始めてみるのはどうでしょう髪型を変えるだけでも人の印象って結構変わりますからね
Oh yeah, like every time I get a haircut, I feel so much better about myself. I'm not like, oh wow, look how good I look, but I don't know, you just feel like a little bit freshened up, right?
外見が大きく変わったって本人も実感できれば
自信につながるかもしれません。
And it's especially good to like change your look every once in a while, like, you know, find what your style is.
自己暗示的な効果があるやもしれんな。
Given the situation, it doesn't seem feasible to try and resolve things all at once. We might have no choice but to take one small step at a time. However, there's still one underlying issue.
とはいえ、蝶を引き寄せるほどのネガティブだ。アドバイスや提案すらも断るかもしれんな。
I was worried about that too, but it's not like we have any other options right now. I say we give it a shot. Can't just leave him be, we have to do something.
イケメンでもない。ただのオタクだ。熊谷さんが相手にしてくれるわけない。
His voice actor reminds me of somebody. It's the guy from Angel Beats who's just kind of plain, and he's like, he's trying to confess his love, I think, to, gosh, was it Angel?
傷つきたくない。諦めなきゃいけない。
I don't know, I can't remember his name. Maybe because he's just such a kind of a generic character, but he's like always afraid of like getting rejected in that show too. So I guess that's kind of where I get that. Frick, I can't remember what I'm saying. Calling that broken-hearted voice of his, it's only natural I think this way. It'd be a pity if he gave up on his crush without even asking her out. He obviously likes her a lot. I'm not being naive just because it isn't my own problem. I simply just feel like I want to help. Since when did I become such a busybody? He's always been kind of a busybody ever since he joined the cafe. Well, I guess it's not a bad thing. Yeah, no, it's not.
カフェステラと死神の蝶。
Coffee and death set. Interesting. Next day, I come into work as usual. One afternoon comes around, Nozomi and Hiyoshidani-san show up for their shifts too. Now that we have a couple more hands on deck, I take the opportunity to step away from work temporarily. I have an appointment with Nonaka-kun that I can't miss. After changing clothes, I head towards our arranged meeting spot. It's 10 minutes before our scheduled meeting time. I was worried I might be a bit early, but Nonaka-kun seems to have arrived already. The reason I know this is because of the chill that ran down my spine and the butterflies flitting through the air. Can't believe he's already attracted more. Looks like the problem really is with Nonaka-kun himself. Almost as if responding to that thought, it suddenly happens again. My vision goes dark.
無駄だ。相手にしてもらえない。
Gosh, we're like channeling into his inner thoughts.
期待しない。夢も見ない。辛い思いをするだけだ。
Like, gosh, if you're thinking about this all day, my guy, it's like, how are you getting anything done? These are Nonaka-kun's thoughts that I'm sensing through the butterflies. That's the only explanation. His voice sounds even colder than it had the last time. Have his fixations somehow grown even stronger in the absence of the butterfly's influence? Are his fixations starting to affect even me now? Thoughts like I have to go back to work or I have to help Nonaka-kun are slowly fading from my mind. It isn't just my body temperature that's being sapped, it feels like my motivation to do anything is being drained. It's no use, it doesn't matter how hard I try, there's nothing I can do. These ice-cold emotions seem to permeate my body, freezing me to my core. Nothing matters anymore, I just want to give up on it all. College, the cafe, losing my virginity, anything and everything. However, a faint warmth begins to grow within me, as if a small fire has been lit inside my chest. It's the memories of everything that's happened these past few months. Meeting Akizuki-san and the others, practicing various things, opening the cafe, making it a success. Working hard each and every day, seeing so many customers coming in and seeing them smile. I've experienced a lot these past few months. I've never thought working at a popular cafe would be the job for me, but having actually tried it, I found it to be incredibly enjoyable. But I would have never realized that if I hadn't given it a try. And then there's Akizuki-san. That day we went to buy her a phone. I know it sounds pretty mundane, but I hardly slept the night before because I couldn't stop thinking about it. It's impossible to describe how much fun I had going with her. Then after that, I had fun texting her back and forth, anxiously awaiting for my messages to be marked read, pointlessly checking my notification bar over and over. Just remembering it brings a smile to my lips. Nothing matters? Oh please, I might have thought that way before, but now, I'm not going to give up that easily, especially if it means I'm I'm unable to spend more time with
僕には
Akazuki-san.
無理だ。
I had those same doubts about myself too at first, but if you just give it a try, you'll be surprised at how many things you actually can do. All it takes is a little change, even that can make an enormous difference. Before I knew it, the cold wind is dispersed. Not only is my body feeling much warmer now, but I can no longer hear those words of denial, even as the butterflies flap their wings. If it were easier to give up, that might be the better option, but it hurts you to do that, doesn't it? If giving up is truly that painful, then you might as well give it your best shot. You'll have more fun than you
僕
think.
でも
I thought that way about myself too at first, but I managed to change more than I ever thought possible.
なんだ。
Can't really say I had this kind of thoughts as I got older, but maybe you know, when I was like freshman in high school, definitely had these kind of thoughts. It's hard to read too, because it's like, yeah, I've had a point where like that's all I told myself in life, that I was like not good enough, or that I was just a failure, and you know, I like punished myself for not doing things right. Like I beat myself up to like in an odd sense to make myself feel better. And it's like that kind of thinking just gets you nowhere in life. And I eventually had to stop doing that, and eventually I had to start putting effort in and making little changes, like he said. And it makes a huge world of a difference. Like, you really can change yourself if you're willing to take baby steps in the right direction. Like, you just have to put a little bit of effort in, just slowly, and just do your best. It's like, you can't keep telling yourself that you're a loser. Can't keep telling yourself that you're not good enough or that you can't do something. It's like, just do what you can. Like, you gotta start with small.
もし本当にそうなら諦めなくてもいいのかな。
コウセイ、おい、
Gosh. Is this like some ability we have to like talk to their soul?
お前、ぼーっとつったってどうした？
No. I wasn't thinking about anything in particular. My heart is pounding wildly, but unlike before, my body doesn't feel cold to the touch, and it isn't just my imagination. When I come to the butterfly circle around Nonaka-kun, I've disappeared. Quickly scan the area, and in an instant I spot them. Casting my eyes up, I see a countless number of shining butterflies climbing towards the sky. They have left now because the voice from earlier has found a new resolve. Now, without a doubt.
野中くんももう来てるな。早く行こう。んで、意固地になってそうな野中くんを説得する方法、何かあるのか？
Yes, I used my newfound ability to speak to his soul, and I told him, hey, like, you're doing fine, you're gonna be alright. Get the feeling he'll be a lot more open to suggestions now.
昨日もそんなこと。
Yeah, I know, but he'll probably be fine this time, definitely.
どっちなんだ？
I've been giving it some thought. It might not go over well with Kumaiga-san. Kumagai. I think it's Kumagai. We're gonna go with Kumagai-san. Even if he just confessed to her out of the blue. But if he puts some proper effort into changing his hair and clothes and stuff, it would change the way people see him, right? And once he now sees him, and once he sees how much he's transformed himself, I think it'd help him change his mindset too.
ああ、なるほどな。そこから自信につながるかもしれないな。告白の言葉を考えるよりも先にすべきだな。
Do you think you could handle
あ
that?
あ、説得さえできれば、あとは任せとけ。野中くん、悪いな。土曜日なのに呼び出して。
いえ、特に用事もなかったので。
それで、今日呼び出した理由なんだけどな。実はその、昨日も言ったことなんだけどさ。やっぱ、最初から諦めなきゃいけないってことはないと思うんだ。一つ提案があるんだ。髪とか服装とか、もっと流行に合わせたものにしてみないか。そしたらきっと、今までとは違う気持ちにもなれると思うんだよ。
僕でも変われますか？
おお、変わるさ。特に髪だな。髪型を変えて、眉毛も整えて、メガネもコンタクトにするとか。
Yep, people will perceive you better if you perceive yourself better.
変えるって言っても正直よくわからないんですけど。
野中くんにその気があるなら、俺も協力するぞ。普段世話になってることだしな。
And I think he can wear glasses. Like, if he feels like glasses are a part of his identity, he just needs to get, like, maybe some newer ones that look better for him.
ならよろしくお願いします。僕を変えてください。
Because I've met a lot of people who don't like the fact that they wear glasses. I'm like, really? I feel like that's like a big part of like who you are. Like, I I feel like you look really good with glasses. Like, especially like my wife, like she hates wearing glasses. But I'm like, really? I think you look good in them. We just have like a totally different view on it.
おおう協力はするけど急にどうした？
自分でもよくわからないんだ。ここに来るまでは呼び出されて面倒だなくらいにしか思ってなかったのに、考えているうちにやっぱり少し羨ましくなって、僕もあんな楽しそうな温かい気持ちを知ることができたらって。
あんな？
それはいや、僕もよくわからないんですけど、と
Interesting.
にかく楽しい思い出が作れたらって思って。
そうか。何にしろ前向きになってくれたのは分かった。しっかり協力するからな。
よろしくお願いします。
From the sound of things, there's nothing more to worry about. Nonaka-kun is no longer pessimistic, he's hopeful about the future. I trust Hiruto to take care of the rest. He's apparently been doing research on how to dress to impress, actually. Plus, it's not as if his own fashion sense was terrible to begin with. Well, I guess I better get back to work.
では解決したということでいいのか？
For the time being. I don't know what will happen if his hopes get crushed and he gets rejected,
そ
though.
れはまた別の話だ。
でも告白するのってとっても勇気がいることだと思うんです。
Oh yeah, for sure.
だから告白できるくらい前向きになれたのなら、今回みたいなことにはならないと思います。
そうだな。ま、とにかく様子を見よう。にしてもよく説得ができたな。
Well, to be honest, I think I only managed it because something strange happened.
不思議なこと？
You see, I told him about the phenomenon I experienced today in the cafeteria. I explained how I thought it was most likely Nonaka-kun's heart that I was receiving, and how because our hearts were connected, I was able to persuade him in a way that I couldn't have done with regular words.
なるほど。腸を取り込むことができる魂だからこそ、腸を通してつながれたのかもしれんな。しかし、お前は大丈夫なのか？高峰昴生。相手とつながったということは、お前も相手からの影響を受けやすい状況にあったということだ。
Is that how it works? I can't say it really affected me, though. For a moment, it did feel like I was about to be consumed, but I was able to shake it off, and that was all thanks to Akazuki-san. She's the one who invited me to work at this cafe and gave me all those amazing memories. That's why I...
本当に平気ですか？
Yeah, I'm not lying. I think I just realized something. I was wondering why Nonaka-kun had been so receptive towards my feelings. It's because he had been influenced by me. The feelings that I have for Akazuki-san. Anyways, I better get back to work. Feeling strangely embarrassed, I hastily escaped towards the kitchen.
本当に何も問題はないんでしょうか？
こればっかりは私たちにもわからんからな。しばらく様子を見るしかあるまい。
わかりました。
Yeah, we'll be fine. We're doing good.
カフェステラと死神の蝶。
We fortified our resolve for Akazuki-san. But anyways, guys, I think we'll end it here. We're actually in chapter 6 already, so that's good. We're making progress here. We were in chapter 5, and now we're already in chapter 6. I'll take it. But interesting episode. Trying to help Nonaka become like a more confident version of himself. I think we did a good job. I mean, obviously we like talked to his soul, and that's something you can't really do in real life. But like, I think we pushed him in the right steps, right? Like, I don't think it's necessarily to say like every person needs to do the same things to improve. Like, if you feel like you're not confident in yourself, like just getting a haircut, maybe changing your style won't work for everybody. Like, that's not gonna like magically change you. But it's a good step. It's good. It's a good idea to like kind of change out of that funk you have. Like if you're in this mindset like, hey, I'm worthless and I can't do anything right, then maybe like changing your look and will change your outlook on life, right? Not just your physical appearance. But it's also important to like not get into a rut of like putting yourself down. Like that just never will make you a better person. You know, having that mindset just does not help. Like it's okay to like use your failures as stepping stones to doing better. Like if you're the kind of person that motivates themselves, you know, when people tell you you're not good enough to do something and you're like, oh yeah, I am, and then you go out and you practice or you train or do whatever you're trying to work towards, and then you show them that they're wrong, like that's great. Like if you're that kind of person, go for it. Like use that as fuel to do better. But I feel like for a lot of people that's not the case. A lot of people would just use, like, if someone said like, hey, I don't think you're going to amount to anything in life, that would put them down. That would like leave them depressed. So if that's the kind of person you are, you need to make sure that you do not take that to heart. Do not use that as fuel, because obviously you're not going to do much with it. You're just going to continue to put yourself down and continue to instill that idea in your mind. That's not a good idea. But anyways, I think I've ranted for long enough. Uh, Decent episode, I'll say that. Very interesting how we have this new ability. I'm sure that's going to play into the story here at some point. But we'll see. We'll see. So, anyways, guys, appreciate you, and I will see you in the next episode. Have a good one.